So Georgia, what we'd really like you to do is go through the journey from what one of your client, from the journey that your client will go down from the beginning, from when they first make contact to them reaching their kind of target weight.
Yeah, sure. So the first thing that happens is I'll speak to them on the phone, get some background information about what's been going on so far that's led them to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the first day of their appointments, we see them and do the full workup, as we've sort of previously explained. And then this is the kind of journey that they will all go on. So we take before pictures, so we can capture some nice images of what they were like at the start of their journey. At this point they'll have had their DEXA scan as well, so they get a nice image of that. And then they also get their picture up on our wall along with everybody else who's going through the process at the moment. So they know that they're in good company and they're not the only one going through this process. There are many others that are going to be going on the journey with them.
Mm-hmm.
For Oscar here specifically, he came to us with a really loud snore.
Yeah.
That especially at night was becoming a bit of a problem. Exercising was difficult because it was restricting his ability to be active. But the really good news is by the time he got his first certificate, which is at 6%,
yeah,
that snore had actually gone.
Wow.
And that for the owner was massive. And
yeah,
he hadn't lost that much weight at that point,
yeah,
but it was enough to already improve quality of life, improve some of these medical problems that he was having.
mm-hmm.
And so then he goes through the journey. I saw him every 2 weeks, pretty much, talking through his owners, any problems that they were encountering. They, at some points along this journey, wanted to hand make biscuits for him.
yeah,
And so we had a sort of conversation about what they could do with his own food, as far as giving treats and rewards, saving some of that portion of food every day
mm-hmm.
to be used instead of having to use anything in addition. We also talked to them about using vegetables as rewards, because
mm-hmm.
Oscar was more than happy to have things like broccoli and courgette instead of regular dog treats. He just cared that he got any treat. It didn't matter as much what it was. It was the act of giving the treat that was really important. And so he did really, really well. He very steadily went through his weight loss. We give rewards at other points along the way. And then he did 9 months later reach his target weight, and you can see we had really nice weight loss pretty much throughout. The little blip that we have there was just Christmas.
I know, this is brilliant, isn't
and
it?
surprising. And it's fairly typical, but they got back on track really quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, ended up making that target weight really nicely.
And this,
yeah.
it must be really rewarding for your, for the humans who bring these pets in, because they see this journey and the fact that you do make, you really celebrate the success here. So it does take away, because it must be difficult emotionally bringing your pet somewhere like this. And
yeah, absolutely. And actually, particularly in Oscar's case, he had 4 owners, of which he split time. So they had to pass information between each other, make sure they were communicating properly. And it was something that I was a bit worried about, whether that communication would happen. But they did amazingly well, actually. Yeah. Everybody stuck to it. Everybody did what they needed to do. And they got the results. And I think as soon as they started seeing the results, they therefore gave them very good incentive to carry on.
Yeah.
So he did. He did ever so well. And they were, very much surprised by the differences in the end. They said he'd lost weight on his face, which, maybe he did if you look at his little face, I suppose. But that was one thing that they particularly noticed, that his face had changed shape. But yeah, fantastic result for him. And
what kind of, what's life like for Oscar now then?
Very much a normal life now. So the snoring has completely gone, the activity level is normal, so he goes on holiday to the Lake District, and he'll walk for 4 or 5 hours a day with them. He's a perfectly normal dog.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. And well done, Oscar, and your many owners.
Exactly. Yeah.